Hi, I'm Alyssa, and today I'm talking about trade and its influence upon welfare economics. Okay, so what is trade? And we're going to be defining this in the context of international trade, and it's the exchange of goods and services between countries, allowing nations to focus on producing goods and services they can make most efficiently. So this is obviously comparative advantage, and trade for those where they cannot, and this maximizes resource use. Countries engaging in trade increase their overall economic efficiency, leading to a net gain in total surplus, which I will further explore. So this is just a little overview of welfare economics important concepts. So of course we have consumer surplus in the green, producer surplus in the red, and then both of the triangles together is total surplus, which is the combined benefit to consumers and producers, which is the overall gain to society. Okay, so let's look at consumer surplus in trade. Its primary purpose is to import goods, and it lowers prices for consumers. When countries import, consumers gain access to goods at lower prices than they would domestically, and increased consumer surplus gives higher standard of living. Let's look at producer and total surplus in trade. So total surplus maximized by trade, and because trade allocates resources efficiently and focuses on areas where countries have a comparative advantage, and the benefit to this is enhanced economic efficiency and welfare, boost overall well-being. And then producer surplus, exporting allows domestic producers to sell at higher prices, and the explanation is producers can expand, increase prices, and reach new markets, and increased producer surplus fuels business growth, job creation, and economic expansion. So this is just a graph. So before trade, consumer surplus is in the light blue and producer surplus is light green. And then after trade is the yellow-green section, and the net increase in total surplus is the red. So I'm going to be looking at NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, and this is between the US, Canada, and Mexico. Implemented in 1994, it was revised in 2020, and it aims to eliminate tariffs and reduce trade barriers, which fosters closer economic ties and increasing trade flows between the three countries. Okay, so a prosperous sector because of NAFTA is the automobile industry in Mexico, and it benefited from lower labor costs. And many US and Canadian companies set up factories in Mexico, which boost jobs and wages. In the Mexican auto sector, Mexican producers gained from increased demand, which raised producer surplus in the country. Consumers in US and Canada have access to lower auto parts because of this, and assembled cars from Mexico led to a decrease in prices, increasing consumer surplus in the US and Canada. So challenge sectors in NAFTA are the US manufacturing jobs. So some manufacturing jobs in the US moved to Mexico, which has led to job losses in certain regions when consumers benefited from low prices. Some US manufacturing workers face job displacement and wage pressures.